This is the first time.
Oh, man, that's so classic. But we're going to be resilient. We're going to make it happen. We're back on. I can hear you. I see the numbers. I see it working fine.
Thank you.
So what was like snowboarding like for you growing up? That's one question. Or here, this is Patrick McCarthy. You're watching Sarge Sessions. We're here with Emma Crosby. We had some technical difficulties.
Hey, everybody.
Dude, I think we had some Apple AirPods connecting to the audio device. We fixed that. Then we had a little technical difficulties, but you know what? We're going to battle through just like all of humanity is right now.
Exactly.
So, I'll take us back to the beginning of the season, the first time that we got to hang out together, the first meeting on our split board mission. And I just kind of want a scale of 1 to 10 at 2:30 when we rolled into the burrito spot. What was the vibe?
We were all super hungry. We were all really thirsty, I think, too. Didn't bring much water on that split board mission. We were all ready to just feast. I would say 11 out of 10, and we made it. It was sick.
Yes, I'd say 11 out of 10 is a very good spot. Good call for that. What was
start to the season.
Yeah, what was this season like for you? Kind of, you were basing out of Salt Lake City, right?
Yeah.
So what was it kind of the overall like riding, and what was going down with it?
Yeah, sick. I actually lived up in Summit Park this winter, which is really close to the new Woodward. So I would ride at Woodward a bit, Brighton a bit. Kind of the best of both worlds. So you would have like a little bit of park right next door and some indoor stuff that was super sick and fun. Then you go to Brighton for some POW and some other park stuff.
Nice. Did you ever go to the rail gardens?
I don't think I ever did. I didn't this year, unfortunately. No. I think I was just out of town and like missed a couple storms that were key. Missed it this year, but
back in the Midwest, what do you consider your home mountain, Emma?
I'm from Highland Hills.
Highland Hills.
It's a little bit north of the city, I think, and it's like 15 minutes from the airport. It's pretty sick.
Sick. So throughout the season, a couple of different times, I got some little mini leaks to you throwing down some pretty massive double corks. Did you ever get the double cork the way that you wanted? I know that.
Unfortunately, never got it this year.
It's always the one that got away, right? You're just like, damn it.
Yeah. I was still trying to kind of figure it out a bit and figure out the backcountry. It's such a learning curve for me, and like, it's really sick to. I feel like within snowboarding, there's so many different things you can learn, and it was a whole nother element for me, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, the one thing that I always remember, it is those tricks and those attempts though that are what like drive you and like keep you coming back the next year when you don't get it, and like gives you something to build on. So yeah, it was just sick to see you like sending those double corks, and then like, because I think some people might pin you a little bit more as like a little bit more urban and street rider, but it's good to show everybody a little bit of versatility, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's sick to do, and it's really fun to do on a snowboard as well. Just kind of dive into a little bit of everything.
Yeah, were you looking forward to like tuning some things up in the springtime?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know I was hoping to meet up with you like around this or a month or two ago, and trying to fix it up.
Yeah, we had that trip planned with Hannah Beeman, and gonna link with Zoe and you, and like get the crew together and do some. Yeah, usually this is the time where backcountry stuff really goes off. So
it would have been so sick. Hopefully next season or at some point in our lives we can all link together, because that is such a squad.
Yeah, dude. So what are your, I mean, I know right now it's kind of open, but what kind of summer plans like do you want to try to do? I mean, depending.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, hopefully, I feel like summer is kind of hard and up in the air a little bit, just with the virus and stuff going on. And I hope summer camp can still go off. We'll have to see, obviously, about that. And I think that could be so sick. It's such a great time, and one of my favorites of the season.
Yeah, for sure. So I was thinking, like this year you had quite a few clips that made it up on like Snowboarder. Mag's Insta, and you had like these clips that kept popping up throughout the year. Do any of those like kind of stand out? I know you had like the Gap 270, and then that huge like tail grab off the cliff, and just like is like going out getting clips and getting them up something that like motivates you, or is it just kind of like you get it along the way and it's just part of the whole thing, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think for sure it's kind of like for me at least, it's a get it along the way type of deal, and it's sick because I feel like when it happens, it's great and it helps like with your Instagram and stuff, which kind of is sick. But also at the end of the day, it's nice just to be able to go out with your friends and do what feels good and do what's fun. And I feel like that's kind of like the key that I've found over the past couple of years. Like if I'm out with my friends having a good time and we're like, oh, that like gap looks sick, let's do that. And it works out and we're able to film it quick. It's really sweet. But yeah, it's been cool. I feel like you asked this a little bit earlier, maybe got cut off, but one of my favorite things that we did, I think it was 2 years ago, and it had just snowed in the city, and we woke up a bit late. We couldn't go up to the mountain, so a couple of my friends and I, we decided to do like a little pump track down the hill right outside of our house, and it's just kind of stuff like that where it's just you just keep on your board, you try to do stuff every day that's fun and just keeps you going. And I feel like the shots come easy when you're just having fun. It feels good.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of pump track and like little like yard setups and all that. There should
Especially
be
now. It's so sick.
Yeah, I know. I love seeing that kind of stuff. Like people just like being creative with kind of what they have around them and whatnot. So, all right. Well, I got a couple of questions from some viewers. Are you down to field a couple of those?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay. Colby Kalou wants to know what your favorite fruit is.
Oh, this is a hard one. I feel like pineapple's up there for sure. Some mango and apples. Can't go wrong with a good apple crisp.
Pineapple. Oh yeah, apples for sure. That's okay. So, at Mia Crosby is wondering, do you have any siblings? Can we talk about them?
Yeah, 2 sisters. One is Mia. She is now, I think, 14 years old. And my other
big shout outs to Mia. Big shout outs to Mia.
Shout outs to Mia. Whoever she is.
Nice, dude. I love it. And then let's get one more. We got at Arthur.Privet is wondering what's the best way to get sponsored. We touched on this before the technical difficulties, but like what would you say like is the best way? Back in the day when it was me, like you'd film like with your buddies and you'd put out like a VHS tape, and then you'd go around to sponsors and like hand them the VHS tape, and then they'd throw it in. Then it became like DVDs. Now it's all on the internet. Like, what do you think? Like, I think, it's changing. I mean, I am a team manager, so I can help a little bit with this, but like, yeah, what do you think the key to like getting sponsored is? Like, I know it worked out for you in the last little year or whatever, but what's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because this is definitely like my first year, so I feel like him and I are right in that same boat together. But I think like it's sick if you just are able to like have fun and do what you want on your board. Like kind of what I was just saying earlier. Like if you go out there every day, you do something new, you do something that feels good on your own board. Like that's gonna get you pretty far. And then on top of that, just whether it be filming or doing Instagram clips or contests or just whatever kind of feels good to you. I think if you pursue that avenue, it's gonna be the best you can do.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to answer that. Yeah, what was your favorite like road trip throughout this season? Did you do any road trips or did you keep it pretty local? I know Utah was kind of firing this season.
Yeah, dude. One of my favorite road trips I feel like was like a last minute trip to Jackson with Taylor actually was on 686 as well, and Madison Blackley. It was pretty sick. It had just like dumped in Jackson. It was the very beginning of the season, and we had a buddy of ours, Mike, who kind of showed us around Jackson. We'd never been there before. And it was just so sick. It was like a last minute, weekend trip. It was a quick drive, and we drove home after riding all day, and it was the craziest snowstorm. And like, I remember Taylor and I were in the back of this like crammed truck, just like laughing because it was so ridiculous. And I feel like stuff like that happens all the time. If you just like go bored for a weekend, it just makes good memories.
Yeah, definitely. I love like piling in the car. Like you never know what to get. It's like about the anticipation on the way, and like I've done some trips to Jackson Hole as well. So like, I know that place holds, and it's a lot of fun. And like, especially,
so sick.
Especially just resort ripping. And it's so crazy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're riding like up on the upper zone, if you ride all the way to the bottom, it's like you go like down like 5 or 6 chairlifts. So it's like just crazy.
The train is insane. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like it. So it's pretty surreal to finally do that.
Real simple one here, but like, what does Emma Crosby's breakfast look like? Like, what kind of things are you firing down to get you started?
It kind of depends on like if I'm gonna go ride for the whole day, or if it's kind of like a chill morning. I'll start with some coffee and then have some eggs and some fruit to kind of keep me going. Maybe some yogurt. Or my family and I've been making chia pudding, which is so sick.
Ooh.
So we'll have a little bit of that at home.
Nice.
What
kind of like alternate kind of outdoor activities do you like to do out in your area there? Like, you were kind of mentioned to me a little bit about that you've been road biking a little, which getting the legs strong.
My dad has been bringing me road biking, a little bit of mountain biking, but since we don't have mountains here, it's mostly just like pump tracks on a bike. But road biking's sick. I skate a little bit and walks. Yeah, just anything to kind of keep the body moving, but road biking has been the main thing I've been doing. It's been pretty sick. It's really mellow on the body, which is awesome.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. I've been kind of like a few times I've been going into some pretty gnarly rabbit holes on like Netflix and like crushing some series. Do you do any TV action, or do you like to keep? Yeah. Oh, okay. I want to hear what are you feeling right now?
Well, my family and I, it's sick because we're all like watching movies and stuff together, which we haven't done since we were kids. But we did the whole Tiger King series, which is good. We are just starting the Michael Jordan series. Have you seen those at all?
Yeah, I got episode 1 and 2 down on Sunday. So
us too.
Yeah.
So we're excited for this Sunday too. It'll be sick. And then we're watching Mrs. America, which is like a show about women's rights, which is pretty sick too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got going on Ozark, which is one of the ones on. Yeah, you got to be careful on that one, because before you know it, you'll be like me, and I got 30 episodes under my belt, and it was crazy. I was like so addicted. I would watch like 2 or 3 before I'd go to bed, and then it would like you'd fire up in the morning and you'd want to like take off just where you were, like the last time. So, yeah, it was bad. It was kind of bad. It was horrible.
Did you get through it all?
Yeah, I'm fully caught up, so I gotta wait until they drop some more of them now.
Yeah. Good position to be in.
Have you done any in the last like few years? Have you done any summer snowboarding at all?
Yeah, I've been to Hood a few times. I haven't been to Woodward yet, but I've been to Hood. It's been really sick.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I love like making the pilgrimage down to Mount Hood, and I'd love to try to like get down there maybe a little bit later if things like cool out or whatever. So did you have some trips? I saw you were in Europe a little bit this year too. Did you go to Europe once or twice? Or?
I went once, twice. Didn't do that much snowboarding, unfortunately, but it's sick to travel. I can't complain.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, you have any questions for me?
How's Rowan?
Rowan? She's doing amazing. Like, it's raising a kid during this scenario definitely has its like, sets of challenges. And, I think it's important to try to maintain life as usual. And, we do a lot of trampoline sessions. We've been doing a lot of like trail walking. That's been a big thing. We go and like every time she sees any log or anything like that, like beat up, she's like, oh, a beaver chewed on that. Oh, beavers were here. There's beavers. She just thinks that there's like these like beavers mobbing all around everything, chewing everything up. But we've been doing that. It's like it's hard because they can't connect with their friends, which is difficult. But overall, like, I think it's pretty much business as usual. We've been going to like parking lots and doing a fair amount of bike rides and whatnot. And that's been like good to get her out and just do something, like that she just enjoys as well. But yeah, just, I think really in the last like couple, like this last week, she's finally been like, when do I get to hang out with my friends?
Yeah.
Like, when do we get to go to the aquarium? I want to go to the zoo, like all these different things. So those are hard, like as a parent sometimes when you're just like, man, like I just want them to have like, the normal experience. But she's got her birthday in June. So it's like, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really interesting, like what we find out about everything. Like, can we get back to like doing some things like in groups, or is it, I have a feeling it'll be a while. We want to be as respectful as we can to like the healthcare workers and everything too,
Of course, dude.
Yeah.
The heroes.
Well, I think that, basically early next season, we're just going to have to get together and get a mission going right away.
Dude, I think, that's gonna kick our butt right away. That's what we gotta do.
Exactly. I think that this experience is gonna make us come back and appreciate, the times that we come together and like, any trip. So look forward. I can't wait until I'm shredding with you again. And I had a blast in Mammoth, and it looked like you had a good season overall. And I appreciate you taking the time to catch up with me on the Sarge session today.
Thank you for having me.
Also, thanks for being straight G going through the technical difficulties. I have no idea exactly what, but I'm glad that we recouped on it and threw it down. So thanks again.
Dude, I'm glad too. It adds a little action to our day,
Yeah, exactly. If we can overcome the coronavirus, then we can overcome the ear pods accidentally being plugged in. And
YouTube Live's got nothing.
Yeah, it was super nice just to catch up with you, and I'm looking forward to the next few years of growing and ripping together.
Heck yeah, dude! I couldn't agree more. I'm so hyped.
Right on. Well, have a good one.
Thank you. You too, Pat. Talk
okay, later, Emma. Yay!